I am so excited. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Accidental Beauty. If you're new, welcome. My name is Laura. I'm a self-taught makeup enthusiast who absolutely loves color, and about 85 to 90% of the products that I use on my channel are cruelty-free and vegan. So if all that is interesting to you, then I'd love it if you could stick around, if you could subscribe to my channel, and join the group here. So if all that is your thing, then I'd love it if you could stick around. Today I'm so excited. I have a package from JD Glow Cosmetics. I'm just covering my address here. I ordered this quite a while ago, I feel like. So I ordered this August 7th and it arrived August 25th. I actually have tried one product from them, which I'll link over here. It was their Galaxy oh no, actually I've tried two products from them. Their Galaxy Shadow in the shade Anomaly and their Chrome liner in the shade, I always mess this up, it's not Gunmetal, maybe it's Chrome, and their gel liner in the shade Chrome. Obviously, like the products enough that I purchased more things from them, so I'm going to unbox this and do some swatches on my eyes and just kind of play around with them. So if you want to see all that, then please keep on watching. I ordered 4 items. I ordered, they basically have a couple different formulas of their shadows. They have this Metallon one, a Shimmer formula, a Galaxy formula, which I've tried before, and matte. Oh, and then they have also Multichromes, which are like a category unto themselves. I ordered 2 Multichromes, one Metallon and one Shimmer, just to try out their different formulas. I wasn't super thrilled, if I can remember. I wasn't super like blown away by the selection of matte shadows that they had. I felt like I already had similar shades in my collection, so I just didn't bother ordering those. Also, I feel like in general, like there's not a ton of range as far as like matte formulas, so I get more excited about like the shimmer and metallic and those types of formulas anyways. So that's what I'm going to be trying today. All right, so let's unbox it. Ooh, okay, interesting. Just cover my address here. So they have, it comes in like a really reflective envelope, and then it's stuck together with some sort of red adhesive that looks like, okay. I probably need scissors to open this, but I am lazy and don't want to go upstairs. So let's see if I can just rip this open. There we go. Okay. That like, whoop. Okay, there we go. So we have the packing slip. And just for reference, I guess, if this is relevant, I don't usually put the prices, but their regular shadow formula is $7.50 US, and then their Multichrome formula is $16. And if I remember, I think the Multichromes are like sort of the size of an average single eyeshadow, whereas their regular pressed shadows are like double, actually almost 3 times the size. They're quite large, the pans. Okay, so we got the shadows really securely wrapped here. So we have some foam and then it's wrapped in bubble wrap. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, and then they come in like individual plastic pans. Okay, a couple layers of bubble wrap here. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Oh my god. They're stunning. We have, if it'll come out of here. Okay, there we go. So we've got Limelight. This one's a Metallon. I don't know how to pronounce this. So that's what this one looks like. Okay, so that one's like a greenish gold. Next, we have, what's this one called? This one is Chartreuse. And Chartreuse is a shimmer. Okay, next, oh, this is so interesting looking. This is a multichrome in the shade No Way. And this one, if I remember correctly, has like a purple to green shift. There we go. There's a bit of the like sort of greenish teal. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller. And then the next one is Seaweed. The shade is always sold out. It goes from kind of like a green to a blue. JD Glow's Multichromes were actually my introduction to the brand. That was like the first products that I saw by them, and I was just immediately super intrigued, just so excited about the range of colors because I had never seen anything like that before. Let's see, that must have been back in 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. And my friend Z actually told me about them, and I don't know if they're watching this, but Z, if you're watching this, thank you for telling me about this brand, because it's just so, it's just such an exciting brand. Like, there are a lot of indie brands that do these sorts of products, but I kind of have a soft spot for JD Glow because they're the first brand like this that I've heard of. Probably one of the first indie brands that I've heard of, actually. So I just always have a soft spot for them. My experience so far with the brand is that their eyeshadows are super, super pigmented, and then their multichromes are like double the price of a regular eyeshadow, just because I think, if I understand correctly, there's just so much pigment in there that it just costs more to make. Like the amount of product I think that goes into making these multichromes is just more. Like more materials are required than, you know, a standard eyeshadow. So I think that's why they're so expensive, and that's probably why they're so small, because like small in comparison. That's like, let's see, in comparison, nope. Let's get, yeah, so in comparison, oh, they're actually, I think, smaller than like a ColourPop eyeshadow. Let's compare, and then I'll do swatches. So this is a standard ColourPop eyeshadow. It's 1.2 grams compared to a Multichrome, which these ones don't have the weight on the back. I'm guessing it's just they fill it until it's filled and they don't do it by weight. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the pan is, let's just zoom in so you can actually see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is ColourPop, this is JD Glow. So I don't know if you can really tell, but the ColourPop one does look a little bigger. Hard to tell. Maybe not, maybe they're the same size pan. It'd be weird if they had a different pan size that's like smaller than the average pan size, but I'm going to do some swatches on my arm, and then we'll get into the face swatches. So I'm going to put all my shadows in a magnetic palette. This one is from Shop Miss A. I'm planning on doing a separate video about just my magnetic palettes. It'll come one day. So I'm going to swatch all of these on my arm. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Limelight, which is the Metallon shadow. So that's this one, the golden one. Oh my god, you guys. Like, I can't. This is ridiculous. Let's do the next one. That one is Chartreuse, and that one is a Shimmer. This one's a lot drier of a formula. It sort of reminds me of like, feels like a Juvia's Place shadow. Like it's got kind of like that drier texture, but still very pigmented. I'm just gonna flip you off, so just, you know, excuse that. First one's a little chunkier, way more foiled and like metallic and just like liquid metal looking. The second one is just kind of your standard like a shimmery eyeshadow, but still like super pigmented, just obviously different texture, different formula. Okay, now these multichromes, I am so excited about them. So let's start with No Way. Oh my god, you guys, the shift is unbelievable. The pigmentation is ridiculous. That was one swipe. Like, look at that. Look at that pigmentation. These are special. These Multichromes, these are ridiculous. Okay, and then the last one is Seaweed. This is unreal. Like, I'm so happy to have these in my collection. Wow. The shift in these, I don't know if it's really showing up. The shade No Way, that shift is a little harder to show up with my lights. Seaweed though, that shift is showing up a lot better. It's like a green to teal. I think these have a black base, which is why they're so like intense and rich. I'm so happy with this little color story that I have going on my arm. This is actually really pretty. Like, I totally could do a look with these, except they're all shimmery, so what if I did an all shimmery look? That could be interesting, right? Anyways, I'm just gonna be swatching these on my eyes today. I'm not gonna do a whole look, but oh my god, I am thrilled with my purchase already. Okay, let's begin. I think these are probably better to swatch just with my finger on my eyes. It's the best way to get color payoff, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna prime my eyes using the highlighting side of the NYX Wonder Stick. It's what I've been doing for all of my swatching videos, which, like, I filmed a ton of them and I don't know when they're all gonna go up. So that looks good. I normally do like one side primed, one side unprimed. I feel like with all of these you need some sort of sticky base, so I'm just gonna do my eyes primed. I'm gonna do like one shadow on one side, another one on the other side, wipe it off, and then do the other two. It's just easier, time saving. I'm not doing any looks with these. I'm not wearing mascara. I'm not going to do like mascara or lashes. It's just to show what these look like on the eyes. So I'm going to zoom you in. Hello. And let's begin. So I've got my ring light on. It's like on the lower settings. You know what, let's turn it down a little bit because it's washing me out. Okay, so this is on like the absolute lowest, and I feel like this is probably closer to what this would look like in real life. Okay, so let's start with Limelight. It's just like pure molten gold. It's got a little bit of like a green undertone to it. It's beautiful. Oh my god. So it's a little chunky, but it blends out a lot smoother. Okay, this reminds me a lot of the formula for the foiled shades in the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. That's the only palette from them that I own, so I can't compare it to any of their other palettes, but I think, I could be wrong, I think that's the same formula that they use for their metallic shades in their other palettes. I'm not 100% sure. This reminds me a lot of that, but it's like a less chunky version, so it doesn't show texture as much. Like, I find with that one, if you have any texture on your eyelids, it really, really emphasizes it. So this actually, maybe just because it's a lighter color, but it doesn't do that. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful and eye-catching. It's gorgeous. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the next shade, which is Chartreuse. Oh, my primer is creasing. Don't want that. Oh my god, this is stunning. It's a lot softer than the, what is this? This one is the Shimmer formula, I think. Yeah. And then the first one was the Metallon, I don't know, that formula. I think I prefer the Metallon formula. Oh, I got someone over here. I think I prefer the Metallon formula just because this is like sort of a standard, you know, shimmery eyeshadow formula. Like it's not, I mean, it's beautiful and it's super pigmented, but it's not something that I haven't encountered before, whereas this Metallon formula is a bit more special. It's a bit more rare. You don't see too many brands doing that type of formula. Regardless, both of them are absolutely beautiful. You can definitely build up the intensity of the Shimmer formula. They're so opaque, they're so shimmery, and you know what? You can barely tell. Like, it's just, because I'm swatching them with my fingers, I can feel the difference. Like the Metallon, Metallon. Ugh, I don't know. I'm probably going to be using the pronunciations interchangeably. But the Metallon formula, it just glides on a lot smoother and you don't need as much. Like, it's pretty much like one swipe and you get full opacity. Whereas the Shimmer formula needed a couple swipes just to build up the intensity. But I mean, like, oh, look at that. It's so pretty. I've got a couple greens similar to this color actually in my collection. Undertones are slightly different, but you know what? You can never have too many green eyeshadows. And you know what? Just for fun, because I'm here right now, I'm just going to do a comparison. So I'll show you. This is the JD Glow Shimmer formula in the shade Chartreuse. This is the BH Cosmetics Foil Eyes 2 palette, and this is the green shade. Oh, it's quite a different undertone. And then the shade that reminded me the most of this one is the foiled green shade from the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. Wow, that one is actually very different. It's so interesting. Like, I had a picture of it in my mind, but it's actually so much more cool toned. One more shade that from my recollection is similar is the shade Goals from the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. Wow, okay, these are all such different greens. Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, so from right to left, we have the JD Glow Shimmer in the shade Chartreuse, the BH Cosmetics Foil Eyes 2, the green shade, like the lime green shade, the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, the lime green foiled shade, and then the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, the shade Goals. So all very, very diverse, very different shades of green. We got the Metallon shade, Limelight. Then we have the Shimmer shade, Chartreuse. So this is what they look like. Absolutely stunning. I am so happy with these. Like, I definitely can see myself constructing really, really cool looks with these as the accent colors. I'm so excited to play with these some more. Now I'm going to wipe these off and then try on the last two shades. So one thing I'll just note that I noticed when I was taking off the eyeshadows is that they're a little hard to remove. Like, normally most eyeshadows, and maybe it's just because these bases are more pigmented than your standard eyeshadows, normally I can take soap and water and just, you know, rub arm swatches off and they come off usually right away. These ones, especially like when I swatched all four of these on my arm earlier and I was washing those off, those actually like didn't really come off. I think it was Limelight was the only one that like came off with soap and water, and then the other three like slightly came off. Using makeup remover, I was able to get them all off no problem. The only thing is, it's definitely not going to show up on camera, but I've got like tons of little like micro glitter particles on my arm as well as on my eyes. Not so much on the side where Chartreuse was, but where Limelight was. It's just tons of little golden glitter particles, which doesn't bother me so much, but just keep that in mind if that's something that annoys you. It's not like irritating at all. I'm trying to get them off, and yeah, they're not budging. Yeah, so that's just something to note. Okay, I'm gonna prime my eyes again. All right, so we are zoomed in. I will turn my lights down. Okay, yeah, you can't even see the glitter now. That's totally fine. All right, so next, I'm so excited. We're gonna go into No Way. And what's interesting is No Way is slightly raised. Yeah, it's definitely showing up. Like, it looks like it's got like a little nipple. This one, No Way, looks like it has like a big nipple, and then Seaweed looks like it has a little nipple. I think I've watched behind the scenes that they post every now and then to their Instagram stories, I think. And I'm pretty sure it just has to do with the way that when they pour the mixture of like pigments and whatnot into these pans, I think they kind of do it like soft serve ice cream style, where they're sort of like twisting and then it, you know, kind of fills up, you know, outer, inner, inner. So I think it just, there's a little bit of overflow in the center. Not too worried, but just, you know, throwing that out there. So let's, oh my God, you guys, I love this. Okay, let's swatch you. I can't. This is too beautiful. Oh my God, this is insane. That's ridiculous. Look at that color payoff. No, I kind of messed up the corner here. I don't even care because it's just so pretty. Oh my God, you could do such a pretty winged liner with like just this color. They also sell these in loose pigments, and I was actually considering picking them up just because the pressed ones are like always sold out. Loose pigments are really hard to work with, not to mention you're gonna lose some product every time you open the jar, close the jar, like you're gonna have some spillage, and I didn't want that because these are already pricey enough as it is. Okay, so right now it's just showing up purple. Let's see if I can get it to shift green. You can kind of see the color on like the outer corner, but how do I do this? Oh, there you go. Okay, so you can kind of see it now as I turn my head and in the mirror as well. You can kind of see a little bit of that green shift. If it'll, you know, get in focus, that would be wonderful. There you go. Now you can see it. Oh, that's such a cool shift. Oh my God. Because it's got such a dark base, I feel like either this would be the only color on my lid, or it would be kind of like the highlight shade on my lid, just because it's so, it's unique, not to mention it's got all these color shifts, so it's just a little tricky to match. But yeah, this is definitely like an accent color, and like the whole eye look would be centered around this color. I think it would actually be kind of cool to do, whether it's colors in the crease or in the outer corner or inner corner, basically adding the shades that this color shifts to. So like it's primarily sort of like a purpley pink, and then it shifts to like a green kind of color, and then it's got some teal in there, and then it's sort of got a little bit of like yellow or something. So if you could pull those colors and use them as accent shades to kind of draw out those undertones or those shifts from this color, I think that'd be really, really cool. All right, and then the last one, Seaweed, which I've been waiting literally forever for the shade. I've been watching so many reviews and swatch videos of the JD Glow Multichromes in particular, because there aren't a ton of swatches on the JD Glow website. They do have some, they've been putting up some swatches on their Instagram, which is super helpful, but if you're looking to buy a particular shade, it's a little tricky on their website. So I've been watching a lot of Amy Loves Makeup in particular, and she just loves green eyeshadow, and Seaweed, I'm pretty sure it was her. Seaweed is one of her favorite shades, and I was just like, yes, I need to pick this color up. So that's what I did. Oh my God. JD Glow, you guys absolutely killed it with these colors. Let's just make sure my base doesn't crease, and there we go. Oh my God, this is like foiled mermaid scales. This is what it, like, this is the color of like a mermaid tail. This is ridiculous. So it actually, okay, there, I see the blue-green shift a lot clearer. Okay, so this one is definitely showing up very green on the eyes. You can kind of see let's go a little closer. You can kind of see the blue. Okay, on camera it's looking a bit more teal, although when I open my eyes you really see the green. So let's try that reflection thing again. There we go. So you really see that like green to blue shift. What other colors are there? It looks like it's a duochrome. I don't really see the third or fourth color. I guess maybe it's like different shades of green. This one looks more like a duochrome. Like I only really see two colors. This one is for sure a multichrome. Although, yeah, it's hard to tell with this one because it goes to straight blue. Oh, there's actually almost like a purpley shift in there, but I'm not really picking that up on camera. These ones kind of emphasize texture just a little bit. Like if I keep my eyes open and, okay, I'll have to zoom in a little bit more. So if I'm just like kind of looking maybe like straight on and then down, I feel like it does emphasize texture a little bit. I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera. More so this one, more so No Way than Seaweed. Might just be because there are darker shades in No Way, and then I feel like the contrast between the darker shade, like the darker base, and then the lighter reflect kind of emphasizes like the folds in my eyelids. But this is just so pretty. All right, so this is No Way. This is Seaweed. I feel like this shade reminds me of a shade in one of the Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. Aha. Okay, it's the Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2. That's confusing. All right, so this shade actually reminds me a lot of the duochrome shade in the Pat McGrath Mothership 8. Although that one seems to have more of like a green shift. This one, it has it. This one is more of kind of like a yellow shift. Like it does have the green. It's not going to pick up on camera. It does have the green-ish shift, but I think just the mix of colors in the Pat McGrath one, I think is more, it shows up more green. And I think that one's a lighter color too. Like this base color is a lot darker and like grungier and smokier. Anyways, I'm just going to do my final thoughts here. I don't really feel like, doing my eyes because I might film something else later. Anyways, overall, what are my thoughts? So I'm thrilled with the eyeshadow shades that I bought. I mean, like, Jady Glow doesn't disappoint. I haven't heard any negative reviews about them because they just seem like a really awesome company. Oh, I should mention also that they're a Black-owned company, so definitely support them. The people who run, I'm not sure if it's a one-person team or a multiple-person team, but anyways, the person involved, they just seem really, really sweet. They really care about making quality products and ensuring that their customers are happy. Fortunately, I haven't had a problem with customer service or anything like that. Fingers crossed I don't have any problems with them, but all my interactions with them so far have been super, super positive. And I'm so excited to play with these. These are just such unique colors, really unique textures, aside from the shimmer shade, which is just kind of a basic shimmer shade, but the pigmentation is just beyond. These are just so pretty. So, rundown, let's talk about all of these shades individually and my thoughts about them. So we're gonna start off with the Metallon shade, Limelight. So that one over there, it's just like liquid metal. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Goes on so opaque and blends out so it's not super chunky. Like it just looks so flattering. Like I don't have like a ton of texture. I don't really have texture on my eyelids, but certain formulas can kind of make my eyelids look wrinkly and crepey looking. This does not do that at all. Like it's just such a flattering formula and just pigmentation. Like it is like putting pure gold on your eyelids. Like it's just stunning. I give it an 11 out of 5. Amazing. All right, next one was the Shimmer formula in the shade Chartreuse. I like this one a lot. As I mentioned, it is kind of like a basic like shimmer formula that you'd find in any eyeshadow palette that has like shimmer, metallics, like those types of sort of simple formulas. You know, it's not like something crazy, but pigmentation is definitely there, like super opaque. I did have to build it up a little bit, but I mean, I don't expect it to be as intense as some of the other formulas because it is kind of a more simple formula. So I would give that a solid 5 out of 5. Love it. Really unique color, really beautiful color. Definitely see myself playing with it. Definitely see myself playing with all of these actually, but really, really enjoyed it. Beautiful shadow. Let's talk about No Way, the Multichrome shadow. Pigmentation is definitely there. I'm curious actually if I add, like if I just stamp a little bit more just to like bring out that intensity. Ooh, that. Now we're talking. Okay, so it seems like if you just kind of like stamp on the shadow, it kind of like blending it or smearing it doesn't seem to work. That seems to kind of make it a bit more muddy, and now it's a bit more intense. I'll just zoom in to show you. Turn down the brightness, okay. So the way that people talk about these multichrome shadows, not just from JD Glow, just in general, it sort of seemed like it's the type of formula that you know, slide it on or, you know, apply it and then you just one swipe and that's all you need. I did have to build it up a little bit, which like, I mean, I'm not disappointed about, like I kind of expect that from any kind of metallic foil type of eyeshadow. It's just kind of surprising with the way that people are so obsessed about these. Not a criticism, just maybe these are a little overhyped in that regard, but I mean, look at the pigmentation. Like it's ridiculous. These colors are stunning. Like they're just breathtaking. And I mean, my rating for both of these is going to be the same. I'm going to give it a solid 5 out of 5 for sure. I'm going to have to use these a bit more to see. Okay, you know what? Fine. You know what? These get 11 out of 5. I really, really love them. They're just so unique. They're eye-catching. They're show-stoppingly beautiful. They're pigmented. You can see them from like further away. Like they're just so intense and beautiful, and I love them, and I can't wait to play with them some more because it's just like all the shifts are just out of this world. Amazing. Definitely recommend. Like I'd love to see more colors from them. I think right now they only have, I think they have like 4 or 5. I'll put them up on screen over here. I can't remember exactly. Anyways, they have 4 or 5 of these and they're beautiful. They're kind of like the standard duochromes that you see a lot of indie companies making. And I'd love to see them experiment with more colors if they can. I absolutely have no knowledge on how these are produced or manufactured. I assume it's just they're mixing a bunch of pigments together and getting these shifts, but I don't actually know. So if they can make other colors, I would love to see that from them because obviously this company is not afraid of color. They're not afraid of unique colors. Like the specific tones and shades that they come up with are just something you don't see. And like there are a lot of indie brands that do sort of similar types of things, but I guess the mark of like a really good indie brand is ones that come up with unique colors that you don't see on other websites, which is, you know, an incentive to buy their products rather than someone else's. So I definitely see that from JD Glow. I'd love to see more stuff from them because, I mean, they're not a super new brand, but they don't have like a ton of stuff. They have a lot of stuff and they've come out with a few new products this summer, but I just love to see more and more stuff from them because they're just a really exciting brand and I'm really excited about my purchases and definitely recommend that you guys check them out if you haven't. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I just really love this brand and their creativity. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite shade is of the ones that I tried today. If you've tried anything from JD Glow before, let me know as well in the comment section because I'd love to, you know, get recommendations and hear about other products that I haven't tried before. If you like the type of bold, colorful looks that I do on my channel and you want to see more, I highly encourage you and recommend that you check out my other social media accounts. I'll also leave links in the description box. It would just really help me out if you could, you know, maybe give me a follow over there, because I am trying to build my social media presence and just kind of build a community across my social media platforms. So if you like my content and you want to see more, I'd love it if you could give me a follow. As well, if you like the type of content that I post on YouTube, whether that's swatch videos or makeup tutorials, makeup reviews, makeup discussions, occasionally I do like lookbooks and fashion and lifestyle stuff, then I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time.